Good evening, my friends, and welcome to this pre-match stream for Juventus against Genoa in the Coppa Italia. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? Please remember subscribing to this channel, of course, and like this very video, and say hi in the chat as Elias did just now. So this is a Coppa Italia first round for us. Of course, if we go through, we go straight to the quarterfinals of this. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's really up to you to have an opinion on the Coppa Italia. Is this a distraction for us, or distraction? I mean, destruction could be, because after every single game we kind of get a lot of injuries. So maybe this is a destruction, but this is a distraction in terms of our main objective, which is, of course, Serie A and hopefully Champions League as well. But first and foremost, we have big trouble with all the players that we have out with injury. We have the lineup for this game officially published. So we will go through this. We will also go through the official lineup from Genoa as well. The one thing I do want, though, is I don't want any extra time and I don't want any penalty kicks. It doesn't matter, actually, if we go to penalty kicks or to the extra time. It really doesn't matter. If it is a draw by the end of the 90 minutes, we will go through the extra time, and then it actually doesn't matter. Then we will still play 120 minutes, and we don't need that. Our players don't need that. We need to do a job for 90 minutes, and that's it. If we cannot beat the Genoa side, which is well, I haven't seen the lineup yet, but in any case, we should be able to beat this team, even though we have some surprises in the team. We will, of course, go through the lineup, as I said. So, yeah, all in all, I think we should be good enough to beat those guys. And if not, well, we have one less tournament to think about. And you know what? To be quite honest, my friends, I'm not so sure if it's a good idea to be knocked out in the Coppa Italia that early. Why? Because I think that, well, we need games for our rotation players, just like we see today. I will of course reveal the lineup just a bit later. But if you look at our lineup, of course, you will see that we have Death as Kunal, says perfectly well in the chat, and CR7 Goat is there, of course. Nice to see you, my man. Simar is there, Tanish, Sander, as always. Lovely to see you guys. So yeah, in overall, I'll say this though. If we have lesser games to play, then we have lesser opportunities for our rotation players to develop, to show their strength, to show that they can be worth of that Juve jersey. And hi, Davide, nice to see you. Buckback, nice to see you as well. Husaifa, always a pleasure. And yes, the lineup will be coming out shortly. Just wait and see. This is interesting, though. If we get knocked out by Genoa today, it will mean great things in terms of our confidence. If we cannot beat Genoa, then come on, guys. Then we're back to square one, and the confidence will be dropping again. We'll be not so sure of ourselves. Especially we have some first-team players playing tonight, so they also need a performance. Especially one called Merish Demiral. I can reveal already that he will be starting. So Merish Demiral is in the lineup, and this is a big night for him because he has been crying for consistency of his playing time. He has been crying for playing for Juve. So there we go. You played against who did we? Sassuolo. Whoa. We played against Sassuolo, and he played 90 minutes against them. Okay, now you play against another 90 minutes against Genoa. I don't know, maybe he will be subbed off towards the end of the game. Probably saved up some minutes for the Merda game during for the weekend. So we'll see. Okay, All right, my friends. So let's review the lineup. Juve Daily, nice to see you, my man. As always, a pleasure. Hit the like on this video. Remember that, of course. Very, very importante. Adelante, adelante, adelante. It's Sash with Adelante, the 90s techno mix. You remember that? If you're a 90s kid, you remember that song. Para adelante. Yeah, I'll stop. I know you people hate me singing. This is the lineup of Juventus. Sorry, there you go. Much better here. As you can clearly see, we have Gigi Buffon in goal. Gigi starting, of course, as expected. And then we have Dragozin, aka Karl Drogo. Giorgio Chiellini, let's see how he lasts today. And Merish Demiral. Wesley, he is not wearing number 34. He will be wearing number 52. So the graphic is actually wrong. But this is what I could find because this is his first start for Juve's first team. We will see. We will see how good this guy is. We'll come back to the analyzing this team altogether. But guys, I mean, already we know this is a very strange but also necessary substitution because Federico Chiesa is not there, and of course Juan Cuadrado and Alex Sandro. So there we go. And then we have Portanova starting probably his last game for Juve because he will be joining Genoa immediately in this transfer window, while we are expecting Rovella in return after this season. So this is a deal coming between those two teams. Arthur is in the middle as expected as well. I hoped he will be starting because we need to see continuity with the guy. Bentancur is there. I was hoping it was going to be Rabiot, but it is Bentancur. Bernardeschi on the right. I do not like that choice. I want to see him on the left. Bernardeschi on the right will mean that he will cut inside and use his left foot as as a rocket, basically. He will be shooting with his left foot, and he will be crossing from his left foot, cutting inside. So we will not be getting any width with those players. Maybe with Wesley, hopefully. Bernardeschi, not so sure. And of course, Kulusevski and Morata. So no Dybala. I said this during my preview. He will not be joining us for at least 15 days. Due to his another injury against Sassuolo, and it's unfortunate, and we'll see if this is actually the last straw for us in order to wait for him to develop and to turn into a great player, to show his worth, basically, because right now he has shown nothing that deserves the 10 million contract. And nice to see you, Shaku, also Harsh and Arnav. Football Branton, it's my first time on your live. Thank you, Football Branton. Well, subscribe and like this very video and this stream. So, guys, no Cristiano either. And, you know, I mean, it's okay. I'm so glad that Cristiano isn't starting because, one, he needs a rest. He needs a rest for the Merda game on Sunday. He needs something different. He needs a change in somewhat because he has been looking quite adequate. Let's say he was even poor against Sassuolo, even though he scored the third goal. But I would still bench him against Genoa, no matter what. If he played like a goat against Sassuolo or if he didn't, it really doesn't matter because this guy still needs the rest. And then he will hopefully be fresh and ready for Merda game because we need the real Cristiano. The eyes will be on him. He will help us. He must help us a great deal against Merda because we are very, very weakened in the defense. And unfortunately, our midfield has been a problem throughout this season. So this is why we need Cristiano on top form against Merda, which I hope he will be. Kenneth is also there. Hi, my man. Jad, a lot of risk with this lineup. What do you think? Yeah. Well, this should be enough, in my opinion. In my opinion, this should be enough, Jad. Will the new guys turn to legends today? No, I don't think that we will. Portanova for sure will not because this was probably his last game for Juve, as I said, because he's joining Genoa. Yeah, I mean, what's really is to say about this lineup? We start with a 3-4-1-2 or 4-4-2, whatever you want, however you want to call it. Let me just do it like this. Yeah. So, what are we gonna do with Dragusin, for example, Karl Drogo? This is his first start for the club. He played like 10 or 15 minutes against. Was it Ferencvaros? Dynamo Kiev, one of those two, and it looked okay. He looked very safe, but really didn't have any challenges to face, basically. So we'll see tonight. We will see tonight. And also we have an interesting guy like my friend Kenneth perfectly well explains in the chat, even though it's Norwegian. He asks me basically if I think that Felix Correa will be entering the pitch tonight. I hope he will. This is also another youngster, been promising, very promising for under 23s. But there is still a big gap between under 23s and the first team. Very rarely we've seen players to make to make a great performance for us for the first team while playing for the under 23s. Claudio Marchisio being the last one, in my opinion, who really became a real legend for the club. In my opinion. And we will see with Dragusin. We will see with Wesley. Of course, Correa is an interesting choice off the bench if we need one. Hopefully, we're going to use him a little bit because, if we are leading comfortably, I'd rather see him playing, maybe instead of Alvaro Morata. Or maybe even instead of Kulusevski. We need every man we can get against Merda, basically. So please, no injuries, 90 minutes of football, only 90 minutes of football, and that's it. Let's get this done or not done. We have a bigger fish to fry against Merda on Sunday. However, I'd hate us to lose this one. Why? Because we are. I mean, we need rotation players, and they can only play in these type of games. Next up, most probably would be Sassuolo if we progress from this round, and we'll see. They will probably also rotate, so yeah, we will see. Kenneth says Giovinco was also a guy who came through the ranks. To be honest, as much as I love Giovinco, he could not take that final step into the lineup. He was never consistent, unfortunately. He was great for Parma, but in order to take the real step up to the huge status of Juve, he did manage to do that. You might be asking yourself why I'm wearing a hat. That's because it's freaking cold in Norway. Right now it's -5, I think. And my basement isn't any hotter. So yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll lose this one a bit later. But in any case, my friends, we start with Chiellini as well as Dragusin in the defense. Well, fingers crossed. 90 minutes of football with Chiellini without getting injured. Because, as I said, we need everybody of a player we can get for Sunday. So, please, Giorgio, don't get injured. Don't get unnecessary red cards. Or just really play your game and don't get injured. That's my main objective for Giorgio tonight. Of course, he will be captaining the side. And, what is there to say? I mean, Bonucci is not there, so Chiellini, of course, will be captaining as he should be, because he is our first captain. Am I happy with that? Yeah. But as I said, Chiellini injured. If he gets injured again, man, as I said, even without this injury, my prediction is that he will be retiring after this season. If he gets another injury for the rest of the season, one injury, I think this is it. I think this should be it, because then we'll be looking for other alternatives in the defense. Maybe Karl Drogo will step up tonight. We'll see. How is it -5 in Norway? Well, it's Norway, my friends. We have polar bears walking in the streets. So, yeah, -5. That's true. Polar bears and Eskimos everywhere, and we basically have no electricity in Norway because it's freaking cold. I'm joking. If you ever been to Norway, it's quite cold, but really not that cold though. During the summer, it's quite okay, but and also during the winter, it's actually quite okay. But this time of This time of year, apparently, yeah, well, it's freaking very, very cold. So, yeah, -5, yes, and slippery, icy, I would say, on the roads. So if you are from Norway, drive safely. Really want to be there someday. Enya, yes, come to Norway, my friend. Well, as soon as COVID allows you to do so, or the government allows you to do so. Yeah, I hate COVID, guys. I'm sick of COVID. I need my reality back. I want to freaking go to Torino back again. If I ever went to Norway, I would love to meet Magnus Carlsen. Are you sure about that, CR7? He is a weirdo. Breaking news on live streaming YouTube channel. Magnus Carlsen is a weirdo. Yes. And Kenneth probably watches this, so he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, he is a strange dude. And every chess player, I mean, if you are great at chess, you have that kind of persona. It's just weird. And the way that he reacts when he loses, I get that you can be mad, but this is just unreasonable. And yeah, he's a weird guy. But kudos. I mean, all winners or all great winners are weird dudes. I mean, Cristiano, he sleeps and talks and walks fitness. So yeah, this is his normal. Magnus Carlsen is just crazy normal. Yeah. I'm from Sweden. Well, Elias, nice. So not so far from here, though. How you became a Juve fan, asks me Oscar. Roberto Baggio, that's what I'm going to say. We've talked about this many times, but it's Roberto Baggio who started it all in World Cup 1994. But back to Juve, my friends. Present day. There's Northern Lights visible Norway, yes, but all the way up in northern Norway. From here where I am, no chance. At least not that often. But back to Juve today, my friends. So we are going with Demiral, and as I said, as part of those three, and as I said, this is a big game for him. Consistency, performance. If he wants to play consistently for Juve, no matter their position, show me why. Show Pirlo why. So another great game for him to showcase himself. Yeah, and then we have Wesley. I do not know much about the guy. Apparently, he will start on the left side. What do we know about him? Not much. Well, we can of course do a little research, right? Why don't we do a real research? Wesley. Do we know some Wesley Snipes? I'm gonna call him Wesley. If he scores tonight, my friends, I'm gonna call him Wesley Snipes. Blade. I love those movies, by the way. Blade, especially the first one. The first one was mad. Wesley Snipes. Yeah, and then he played a bunch of other movies as well. But Wesley Snipes, he's got it's just Blade all over. Blade. Why can I find Wesley? Oh, because there's so freaking a lot of Wesleys. There are a lot of Wesleys in the footballing world. I don't know if he's fit enough. Yeah, well, to be honest, my man, he should be fit enough for 90 minutes. Thank you for your donation, Azijon. Appreciate. Intermerda, indeed. Vidal will get a red card against Juventus. Well, I'll be all over that. Azijon, my friend. I'll be all over that. Let's see. Wesley. Can I find him? Where is freaking Wesley? Why? Okay, let's just do it like this. Wesley Juventus. This is what happens when you start a rotation player, and we have basically no idea who that is. No idea. All right, there we go. He's from Brazil. And 13th of March 2000, that's his birth. So his birth date. So he is 20 years old. 179 height, so average. Played 20 games for under 17th Brazil side. 1 goal. His agent, guess who his agent is without looking? Guess who his agent is. And I will tell you the whole story. That's all you need to know. Who his agent is, and that's it. First guy will get my thumbs up. First guy to say this will get a mention. Dragozin should Enya. Perfect. Enya Blanco, my first up, Mino Raiola. It is Mino Raiola who is his agent, which I didn't know, to be honest. But when I read it, yeah, I remember. I kind of remember that's the fact. Nice to see you, Rohit. Nice to see you, my man. So yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes so much sense. I love this. But anyways, so he is actually, according to Transfermarkt, which we can trust or cannot trust, I don't know. He is a defender, a right footer. Interesting. So if he actually is a right footer, as according to Transfermarkt, why do we start him on the left? So maybe we should switch that around. Bernardeschi on the left, Wesley on the right. Maybe. But we'll see. But if this is true, we'll see in a half hour or so. Whoa, that would be interesting. Then Transfermarkt is actually quite good. But if he's a left footer, well, doesn't really matter. Azijon, the legend. Yes, he is Alberto. He is indeed. Right-footed left back. Yes, indeed, Cristiano Ronaldo 7 GOAT. Yeah. And then he was basically playing for Hellas Verona, actually, up until, well, a year ago. And then we bought him for 1.52 million last year from Hellas Verona. But he didn't play there for sure for the first team, did he, though? No, he was playing for the Primavera side. One game for Hellas Verona's Primavera side, 65 minutes he played there. Yeah. So not much we know about this guy, but he had COVID, though. I'll say this. He had COVID in September. It says that he got it in September. So he was without... he didn't play until the 25th of November. He didn't play until the 25th of November for Juventus under 23 side. And since then, he's been in and out of the side. And lastly, he played 4 days ago against Carrarese. 1-0 victory. Played as a left midfielder, it seems. So, yeah, he's a versatile player. But to be honest, my friends, we have no idea. Pirlo watched these guys week in, week out for sure. So he knows better than we do. Yeah. Moving on from Wesley, as I said, this is not his number, 34. His number will be 52, if I'm not mistaken. Berna will be on the left according to official lineup. Yeah, I hope so, Enya. I really, really hope so. He's fast, said Rohit. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Rohit. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I love the take. Hey, ciao, Gotnaldo. How you doing, my man? Are you better? Feeling better? Hope so. Always nice to see people come back. So basically, this is his debut. Yes, it is, Oscar. It is. Do you think Frabotta could have given a chance to improve his defense and offensive skills as he makes silly mistakes in matches? Yes, for sure. CR7 GOAT. But this is not the game for him, in my opinion. I think he needs rest, which means also that he most likely will start against Merda, which is worrying for me, unless Alexandro suddenly miraculously appears out of nowhere after being tested negative to COVID virus. If he's tested negative on the same day, I think he will be included in the squad, but I highly doubt that he will be playing. So let's just focus on the fact that it is Frabotta against Merda on Sunday. As much as I hate it, but maybe Bernardeschi can make an appearance, cameo on the left side, and let's see if he impresses. Poof, I won't be against it. I said this all along. I'd love it to be Bernardeschi and not Frabotta, but it is what it is. And then we go to Portanova. Portanova's, as I said many times, probably his last game for Juve because he will be joining Genoa immediately. Didn't impress me that much all those times he has played for Juve, but he has a sweet foot. I have to say he can shoot. The guy can shoot. So hopefully he can be that creator for us who can actually unleash 1 or 2 or 3 shots, hopefully on target. But yeah, since that we are basically loaning him out to Genoa, hopefully he will be getting more playing time there, because at this moment he's nowhere near close enough to start for us at the first team level against, for example, against Merda. He will not be one of them for sure. He's just not good enough. So this is how big of a difference it is between our main midfielders, and then you have the backup. Portanova is just a backup, unfortunately. So he needs to get some playing time somewhere else, and then we'll see. Maybe he will become better in the future. But he starts tonight, so we'll see. Good to see new guys getting a chance today for the first team. We might find something good. Hopefully, yes. And as my friend Kenneth further up said, that he also would like to see Felix Correa as a sub from the bench, as do I as well. I hope you will see him at least for 10-15 minutes or so. Exciting player for under 23s. Let's see if we can see him tonight. Ismail, nice to see you, my friend. Would prefer Nicolussi than Portanova. Yeah, Nicolussi unfortunately snapped his ACL not so long ago for Parma. That's a very unfortunate. He is loaned out to Parma this season, Hans Nicolussi Caviglia, and he will be injured for quite some time now. And this is very unfortunate for such a young player. Wesley is very talented. Yeah, I hope that is true, Thanish. To be honest, maybe I've seen 1 or 2 games for under 23s, and well, I don't remember him being that great. But then again, completely different story with the first team. They can actually wake up a little bit and focus more, since we are playing for the big boys now. We'll see. Rovella will join next season, yes, if the deal will be completed. This is just rumors. Nothing is set in stone just yet. But yes, he will be joining us after this season. And I saw the graphics this morning. Apparently, they are even comparing him to Luka Modric. So yeah, this is a talented kid. Apparently, we'll see. We'll see. I will not say anything until the deal is actually done, and then we can really dig into the Rovella saga. Before we move on to Arthur and Bentancur, I just want to see. Yeah, I'm singing Gotnaldo. Yeah, I know. Let's see. So yeah, Portanova is there. Yep. Let's see. I want to see a lineup for Genoa. I want to see a lineup for Genoa, because our good friend Scamacca, will he be starting or not? That is the question. Will he be starting or not? Let's see. I cannot find. Oh, there we go. Yes, I have the lineup. So Rovella will be starting, my friends. Brian Reynolds is not a done deal, not yet. But if it will be, he will be joining Benevento apparently until the end of the season, and then he will be joining us. So Genoa, Paleari in goal, Goldaniga, good old Goldaniga, Bani, Dumbravano, I love the name, Dumbravano, Giglione, Lerager, Rovella, he will be starting. So Rovella will be starting, exciting. Melegoni or Melegoni, let's go with Melegoni. Chibora, wow. Marco Piazza will be starting against his old club. Also, Marco Piazza, we gotta talk a little bit about Marco Piazza, because he was such a promising lad for Croatia's national side, and then he also got injured, unfortunately, his ACL. Sick of it. And then, well, basically he never got back into full fitness and never broke into the first team. So we've been loaning him out left, right, and center. Now he's playing for Genoa, starting against us tonight. One of our most exciting players in recent years, who was very unlucky with injuries. I would love to play for us consistently, but it is what it is. And of course, Gianluca Scam Macca will be starting. Yes, I miss Piazza as well, and yeah, there's something great. There was something great about him. There was potential, absolutely. So this is the lineup. So both Rovella and Piazza and Scamacca will be starting against us, which means we have actually quite a lot to look forward to tonight. Not only our own young guns, but also our potential future for Genoa. As crazy as it sounds. But we move forward to Arthur. will be starting yet again. Some people, there is a divided opinion for Arthur. Is he good? Is he bad? Can he be improved upon, or is it just a waste of time? I think there is a potential. I think we have probably a gem in our hands. We just need to polish it. We just need to nurture him and explain how the Italian football works. I see the argument that he cannot do those forward passes, but I just don't feel that he has the confidence yet. And let's face it, he hasn't played that many games so far this season, so it's still early days for the guy. And of course, this is another player that can look at this game as an important one for him as Demiral, because we need to see some progress with Arthur. He played against Sassuolo. Now I want to see him against Genoa, which will be important. So please, all eyes on Arthur as well. Arthur, don't play sideways backwards on the counterattacks. Well, but that's the thing. There needs to be a balance. He can do that if this is the right thing to do. He cannot just send balls forward just for sending ball forwards for just sending it for sending's sake. We need to do something productive with the ball. So yeah, and there's also got to be movement off the ball as well. So this is why I think Kulusevski and Morata will be vital all the way up front. Wesley is playing in the right midfield, or Bernardeschi is playing on the left. Is playing as left back. Yes, Spanish. Yeah, we talked about this previously. This graphic is not correct, but this was just something I threw out in space of some minutes. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Let's see. As Gotnaldo 7 completely correctly mentioned, the game will be streamed live on YouTube channel for Serie A. There we go. It's live. But yeah, and unfortunately, if you are in the UK, I don't think you will be watching this game because you have some copyright issues, but BT Sports apparently is showing it, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so there we go. This is the picture. So we are live. All right, so yes, it is true. Bernardeschi will be starting on the left, Wesley on the right. Will be very exciting. Will be very exciting, my friends. And this is live stream now from the dugout, basically. Everybody's wearing masks as usual. And Pinsolio is in love with Cristiano. So all is good between those two, apparently. Yeah, all right, moving forward. Bentancur starting. I would have hoped to see Rabiot. Bentancur, the reason why he's starting is probably because, well, this is a test for him because, he is a hot-headed guy. Gets a yellow unnecessary, could have got a red against Sassuolo. Against Milan, I think. So, and also Sassuolo was already on the yellow. So, yeah, he needs to work on that in that aspect. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I also want to see Rabiot in there. Mark is not a fan of this lineup. This is fine, but it is what it is when we have so many injuries and so many players out. I still think, though, this should be enough to win the game. Also, if you take a look at their lineup, it's not that great either. But Rovella, Scamacca, and Piazza will be starting. Yeah, funny, huh? Bernardeschi on the right, even though he is on the left. Yes, but yeah, is this another night where Bernardeschi can shine? Should shine, yes. But will he? It's about the confidence. It's about what is his actual focus during this game, because we have been waiting for Bernardeschi, and there have been rumors that he is already agreed a loan deal with an unnamed club. I do not believe that rumor. This is just basically just to sell papers and just to sell clicks and to buy clicks and likes for your story. But if it is true, then okay, I'm sad to see him leave. But if that loan if it is true, though, if that loan can work out to be playing in his favor, basically meaning that he will be playing more games, then fine, okay. And as we saw him playing for Italian national side, He is a good footballer. Unfortunately, he just can't break into the first lineup for Juve. And when Frabotta is starting on the left and not Bernardeschi, that tells me something. It just tells me something that Pirlo trusts more Frabotta than he does Bernardeschi. Whether it is quality or whether it is confidence issue or basically that he fits into the tactics better. I don't know. But he's starting tonight, so we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see a great display from Federico. Then we have Kulusevski. Finally, Kulusevski gets to start. This is basically only because Dybala is out, and so is Cristiano Ronaldo, who is on the bench. The one thing that pisses me off is that we have still no substitution as a clear-cut striker. We're still in search for a striker. It could be Scamacca, who is playing for Genoa tonight, but we're still waiting, so nothing is there. Cristiano is there as a substitute, as Tech Dojo says, but I hope we don't need him. I hope he'll be sitting on the bench for the full 90 minutes. We should be okay without the guy. He needs rest. I want him to rest. I think he also wants to rest because we have a huge game against Merda on Sunday. So this is it. And we'll go to the prediction really soon, Willie. But nice to see you as well. And then, of course, Cristiano Alvaro Morata will be starting finally back from his injury. Played just a little bit against Sassuolo. Didn't need to, but had to apparently. So yeah, it is what it is with the guy. He starts again, so hopefully he's back to full fitness. And as I said previously, no injuries, please. Because if we have injuries on this team, man, it gets even tougher against Malta, because we already have a bunch of players out. Even though Weston McKennie and Federico Chiesa looks like to be fit enough for Malta game, but it's just early days. We don't know for 100%. What we do know, no De Ligt, probably no Cuadrado, probably no Alexandro, and no Paulo Dybala. So this is the lineup. Of course, Bernardeschi on the left, Wesley on the right, as you perfectly well mentioned, guys, in the chat. I expect only Demiral and Morata to start Sunday from this lineup. Don't be surprised if Bentancur starts in a deep-lying playmaking role, Steves. 316. Because that's what I think what would happen. Bentancur, McKennie, and Ramsey will be starting probably. But we'll see. It's still far from it. First, we need to deal with this genocide. And my friends, predictions. Let's get a the predictions before we start watching this game. I said my prediction is 2-0. I want the clean sheet. I think we should be able to do that. We should be able to keep a clean sheet against this side. And it's all up to us, as I said. It's all up to us in order to, to progress. We should be good enough to score goals. We should be good enough to not concede. I'll be very disappointed if we concede because of the mistakes from Demiral and also Chiellini. Caldrogo will get a pass. But, of course, if he makes mistakes, he will still get criticized, and there we go. But it is his first start for our side. Same goes for Wesley. The same goes for, I think the same goes for Portanova as well. No, he started against Crotone away at least, which was weird, by the way, which ended 1-1. Rohit says 3-1. Okay, that's fine. We'll play quarters against Sassuolo. Yes, that's probably true. If they qualify as well. CR7 GOAT. Expecting Morata to shine today. Need him back in action, says Willie. Yes, I agree. I expect him also to shine. Shine like a diamond. 2-1 Juve or 1-0. Yeah. As I said, my friends, please, no freaking extra time and PKs. I'm sick of it. I don't know. I don't want it because it will be freaking late live stream. And it's unnecessary for those guys. It's very, very unnecessary. Pirlo did a smart thing. He rested Ronaldo on the bench just in case. We don't want to rest him and draw the game like with Benevento last time. I agree with that, Azijon. However, it was always to be the case that Cristiano will be rested for this game because he needs to. he needs to. I think he is agreed with that as well. And his performances against Sassuolo especially hasn't been that great. So maybe he needs that rest, that reset in order to come gunning at Merda on Sunday. But this is good. This is also good because we have options that could fill that void. And without Cristiano, we can play different football, more unpredictable football. Because if Cristiano plays, let's face it, we will be using Cristiano more. And sometimes it won't work that well, like it did, unfortunately, against Sassuolo. But at the end, of course, he got the perfect ball from Danilo, and then he scored for 3-1. But let's face it, my friends, it's great to see that we can rotate. And let's face it, that if we do win, if we do impress, and we do play well without Cristiano on the pitch, this will build the confidence for other players. And of course, if things get tough, well, we have Cristiano coming on from the bench. And I will see what happens. But hopefully, we'll not be using him. Also, of course, injuries. You know that suddenly he'll get an injury and then boom, what's going to happen? So, yeah, that would be really in trouble against Merda. But the first important thing now is no injuries, as I said. No injuries. There we go. Let's just remove this one. So, 2-1 says Willie. Yeah, I get it. 2-1. But all of you guys, my friends, all of you are saying that we are confident. You are confident that we're going to progress. I'm also confident. I look at this lineup and I think this should be good enough. This is a nice break from the Serie A chasing and the pressure from always the 3 points. And we see how Genoa is also lining up. I hate that they have ads on this live stream, by the way. Pisses me off, but there we go. Man, we should do this. We should do this. This should be enough. Of course, really excited to see Rovella and Scamacca. They know perfectly well that this could be their next destination, playing for Juve. So they will be on fire. Also, of course, Piazza will be looking for a goal against Gigi Buffon. That will be very fun to see. If that happens, of course. But I get there are going to be a sentimental stuff between those two. And, of course, Chiellini knows Piazza. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I see Pinsoglio is actually warming up. Pinsoglio is warming up. Mohamed, nice to see you, my friend. Do you think resting Ronaldo was a good move from Pirlo? I think you mean Pirlo. Yes, I think so. And I completely agree with that move because he needs rest. He needs rest. And with or without Cristiano, this should be more than enough. More than enough. Greg, nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Greg. Thoughts on how we will perform today. New guys, new structure. I mean, what can we expect from Portanova? We cannot expect that much, can we, though? What can we expect from Arthur? Quite a bit, because we know what he can deliver when he is on fire. Morata, what can we expect from him? We can expect a goal. What we can expect from Dragozin? Well, stay on his feet and not get flustered and not get stressed out and be composed. And this is why I think both Gigi Buffon and Chiellini are perfect guys to have next to him during his first start for Juve. The same goes for Wesley, of course. What can we expect from those guys? Fearless. Don't be worried about the consequences if you make a mistake. Just keep it cool and enjoy, because Pirlo starts you for a reason. So just grab that opportunity and show me what you've got. Show us what you've got. And this will be exciting. I'm really happy for this. It's not always we get to see the young players play for Juve. So now finally they do have a chance to impress. So we'll see, my friends. I agree, man. I agree with you, Greg. This will be interesting. I think it's Napoli, to be honest. It is Napoli after Merda. It's the Supercoppa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, which I also hate that we're playing, by the way. Even though, of course, De Laurentiis was very vocal. He wanted to postpone that game, but we need a rest. The whole team needs a rest. One game, but they're playing boom, 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 boom. They're playing. Luckily, they're not playing in Dubai or Middle East or somewhere. They're actually playing in, I think they're playing at Sassuolo, that Supercoppa, funnily enough. So, yeah, and it's Crapoli. It's Merda 2.0, my friends. So, if we have an opportunity to crap on Crapoli, we will crap on Crapoli. Coppa Italia quarterfinal, Supercoppa, Serie A, and Serie A home. I don't think we'll face Napoli in the Coppa Italia quarterfinal. Well, there it is, actually. Napoli will be facing Roma in the quarterfinals, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see. If we can win today, even against Genoa, that will only show us how weak we are today. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree to an extent, Willie, but we also rotate, so we can't, we have to just wait and see what happens and which mistakes we will make and how we will concede if we're going to lose. As I said, I don't want PKs. I don't want extra time. Let's do it in the 90 minutes and that's it. Job done. There seems to be young players or rather inexperienced players today. What do you think about that? Yeah, Mohammed, as I said, yes, this is a rotation. Fearless. Step up. Show me what you got. That's it. Wesley, Portanova, and Karl Drogo will be starting from the first minute. And of course, Rovella and Scamacca will be starting for Genoa. Probably our next, our future players. Well, Rovella looks like to be closer than Scamacca, but we'll see. We will see what happens. All right, so my prediction is 2-0. And it is, 15 minutes until the kickoff. And I see Arthur is warming up. Looking nasty. I don't know, guys, what you think about this training kit. The black. And then you have pink stripes sideways. What do I think about this? I'm not sure. It's cool. Would I want it, though? Nah. Not sure. By the way, Marchetti. Goalkeeper. Previously Lazio, if you remember the guy, Marchetti. Warming up. He will be a backup goalkeeper, apparently. Yeah, well, nice. Nice. Good old faces. Nice to see. Nice to see. Yes, Oscar, I agree. No more injuries. That is true. That is true. We don't need more injuries. We don't need more nonsense. Red cards. Nothing. Just stay cool, stay positive, stay collective, and this will be fine. And we'll also test the younger players, of course. If Genoa are fearless and they will come running at us, then Dragozin will be a test, or, well, this will be a test. He will be tested. Eldar Shomurodov, or whatever, Shomurodov, best player, says Aziz. We'll see. We'll see, Aziz. Nice to see you, my man. But yeah, he's on the bench, apparently, so no. Tech Dojo says that... what is it, Dojo or Dojo? Let me know, Tech. Or just tell me your first name. Much better. McKennie will start against Merda or play. There is an optimism that he will start, that he will feature. If he's fit enough to play the full game, I'm not so sure. The same thing goes for Federico Chiesa. He will not be playing today, but we'll see what happens when we go closer to the weekend. Suspected Crab, nice to see you, man. Marchetti, yes, he was Italy biggest nightmare. Yes, he was. Bianco. Enya Bianco. Yes, he was. Marchetti. He was always good against us, I remember. When we played against Lazio. He was very good against us. Always. But now he's at Genoa playing as a third goalkeeper even. We'll see, my friends. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited because there are so many young lads playing tonight. All right, 10 minutes until the kickoff. Let's close down this session and good luck. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. We'll see what happens. My prediction is 2-0, and we will see you, of course, after the full-time whistle, hopefully after 90 minutes. We will be starting that stream after 90 minutes anyway. So see you then. Ciao. Thank you so much for joining. Smash a like before I end this session. Smash a like and will contribute to grow this channel. I would really appreciate it because we are getting bigger and bigger. We are getting subscribers. We're getting we're getting guys in the chat. Always a new person there. It's always a pleasure to see. So we are growing this tiny good community, and I love it. I love it very, very much. So thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. And this is a midweek game, and of course you are still here. Wow. And I bet you that after we're done, there are some Indian contingency will also be joining this, and they are crazy guys because they are in the middle of the night and they are still logging on to the stream. So it's lovely to see. Thank you. Forza Juve, Oscar. Forza Juve. Forza Juve indeed. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Pankai. Thank you, Tech Dojo. And the rest of you, my good people. Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. See you in a couple of hours. Ciao.